Hey everyone, this is Franklin, New Hampshire, and this is where the Merrimack River starts. Now, we can't see it unless you could actually see through those trees, because the Merrimack River starts on that other side. It's where two rivers of Pemigewasset and the Winnipesaukee come together to create the Merrimack River. You would think Franklin would do something so they could actually see this, but this is all we get for the moment. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the video as I follow the Merrimack all the way to Newburyport, Mass. Hey everybody on YouTube. I'm taking a journey on my car through the state of New Hampshire, and I'm going to wind up in Mass, right around Newburyport, because I decided to follow the Merrimack River, because I was kind of curious where it went, where it started, and I was already at where it started, but I couldn't get a good picture of where it started because there were too many trees blocking the river, which is sad. The state should do something so people can park and see where the Merrimack River starts. And why is that important? Well, I suppose it's not that important, but there are two main rivers that flow through New Hampshire: the Pemigewasset and the Winnipesaukee River. And they start up north and they come down south. And they merge in Franklin, New Hampshire, and they create the Merrimack River. And from Franklin, New Hampshire, through going south through Manchester, Nashua, Haverhill, I think, Newbury, until it dumps out in Newburyport. Right around, there's a famous island over there. I don't think I'd be able to go into that island. I don't know. I'll see when I get there. Hopefully I'll be able to take some of the ocean pictures there, but I'm taking video along the way. And this is an idea anyone can do during the summertime. If you don't have a whole lot of money and you don't have AC where you live, like I live in a rooming house and I'm not allowed to have AC in there. And it's going to be 90 today, but I have AC in my car. So with just $20 to fill up my gas tank, I can have a little adventure. And there's a lot of beautiful places in this area, even though I think there's a lot of beautiful places throughout the United States. So if you want to if you're on vacation, you don't have a whole lot of money, but you got $20 to put into the tank, maybe do a day trip here. One day do a day trip to a certain area, and another day do a day trip to another area. It's nice. You get to listen to your music. You get to see different parts that's around the area that you probably have never seen before. And, it's fun. So, just some things to think about. And right now, I'm at the Tilton Arch. And this is probably the northernmost point I'm taking on this trip. Now I'm heading back south. back towards Manchester, Nashua, Haverhill, and eventually Newburyport, Mass. So anyways, thank you for taking this journey with me, and stay creative in the magic of life. It's always a way to stay cool in the summertime. Daniel Webster was born here in New Hampshire on January 18, 1782, and died in Marshfield, Massachusetts on October 24, 1852. He was the 14th and 19th United States Secretary of State. Daniel Webster established a successful legal practice in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, after graduating from Dartmouth College and serving a legal apprenticeship. He was a prominent opponent of the War of 1812. He also won an election to the United States House of Representatives, where he served as a leader of the Federalist Party. Daniel Webster left the office after 2 terms and moved to Boston, Massachusetts, where he became a leading attorney before the U.S. Supreme Court, winning cases such as Dartmouth College versus Woodward, McCulloch versus Maryland, and Gibbons versus Ogden.